Aaron, how you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Not too bad. How's things?
Not bad. It's really hard to stop myself going stir crazy at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
But, we're getting there.
Yeah,
Yeah, just about kept myself from going insane.
yeah. Same here, same here. If you just want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, first of all.
Yeah, so I own Buzzin Sounds recording studio. Kind of is what it says on the tin. It's a recording
Yeah,
studio based in Cheetham Hill in Manchester.
yeah.
Obviously primarily working with musicians and singers and rappers and stuff like that, doing recordings, mixes,
Brilliant.
masters. But what we've tried to do over the last year that we've been open, but we'll be really hopefully taking it on even more, is some of the business support and audio support for businesses and
Yeah,
podcasts and things like that.
yeah.
But also we have quite a large foot in the community as well.
Okay.
One massive passion of mine is social responsibility.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that in an area like Cheetham Hill, which I don't know how many people that are watching this know what Cheetham is or where it is, but I imagine if they do, what they know about it is either
Yeah,
fake Gucci and fake nightclubs or stabbings and shootings,
yeah.
which is not all true, but is true to quite an extent. So being able, I think, as a business, doing what I do, it's important to be able to offer that and support the community while doing that. Um,
Fantastic.
so that's primarily what I do, is just make music with as many people as possible.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Have you always been in Cheatham Hill?
No, actually. Well, I don't quite want to go into my biography.
Yeah.
I'll see what publishers want to pick that up in the future. But no, I lived in Old Trafford for quite a few years
All
on a
right.
council
Okay.
estate on the
Yeah.
border of Old Trafford on my side.
Yeah.
Then my mum and dad and family moved away. For my mum went off to do some training, and I stayed around. Then we all ended up in Bolton together for a couple of years, which is where I really started to take this seriously and professionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once we lived in Bolton for about 3 years, then I came back this way, but ended up actually in Broughton. But where my mum works and what my mum does, that's all based in Cheetham Hill. So I've kind of just followed my mum a bit and spent most of my time in Cheetham Hill. I live in
Yeah.
Broughton, but I think spend 98% of my time in Cheetham Hill.
Cheatham Hill. Yeah. Well, listen, I think it's fantastic what you're doing as well, and I know from the early days you were one of the first members of MPostcode, if not one of the first. And
Yeah,
I'm saying you've been to every single event as well, haven't you, so far?
every single
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
It's quite heartbreaking because we're a few days away now from the first online one.
We are.
And I'm not going to be able to make it to the first online
Really?
one.
Ah.
I've got my daughter on that day, so
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
know it's a lot different, and there's not
Yeah.
exactly going to be a 2-year-old running around loads of people, 3-year-old running around loads of people's feet. But when we're in the middle of a
Yeah.
conversation,
Yeah.
no one wants to hear "daddy, daddy, daddy."
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
understand.
so it's kind of heartbreaking, really, because obviously
But
being to every single one and watching the
yeah.
way they've grown, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully we'll have a few more anyway. So
Definitely.
definitely. I
And
mean,
I'll make sure I'm there at every single one
oh
going
no,
forward.
great. Yeah, yeah. So tell us a little about yourself. I mean, how have you been coping during the lockdown?
Honestly,
Yeah,
as much as it is true what I said at the beginning, and it's been quite tough to keep myself staying sane, I've actually, looking back, I feel like I've done really quite well in lockdown. I've
yeah.
been, depending on what day of the week it is or whatever, I've been quite blessed to live in a house with 6 other people,
Oh, that's great.
in a big house with my whole family. So I've not exactly been alone.
Yeah,
However,
yeah,
family does drive you absolutely crazy after a little
yeah. It
while.
can, it can.
Um,
It's one of these. I live in a household of 5, so I know exactly where you're coming from. So sometimes, yeah, it's good because you're not going insane because you've got people to talk to. But sometimes you just need that little bit of space as well.
yeah. And it's great. And like I say, it's absolutely fantastic to not be constant, not be alone and not be on my own, which it's brilliant. And with there being so many people, it'd be quite hard to get bored of company because you've got so many different people that you can go to.
Exactly.
But I've got a little brother who will be 10 in a few weeks, and he's just like me. Me and him are like joined at the hip basically a lot.
Oh, fantastic.
But with him being like me and being quite energetic and quite lively, he's hit a pranking stage. And it's either me or my dad who are the number one targets.
Yeah.
So every time I walk around the house, I have to check cupboards. I have to check around the corner to make sure he's not there and planning something. So that's been helpful.
That's been good. Can you tell us a prank?
His favourite one at the moment is just to hide somewhere and jump out.
Okay.
Or when you're walking past, he accidentally tries and slips a leg out. So he trips you up. But do you know what? In the grand scheme of things, I've been kind of in one of those positions where not got a hell of a lot of support from the government. But in one sense, I've been lucky enough to not need it. But it's meant I've got to keep kind of going and keep going through it. And I've been lucky enough to still get some work in. But also, especially with the community aspect and the partnerships I've got with some of the community organisations, it's kept me busy and giving me quite a purpose. Giving a lot of purpose to what I'm doing during lockdown as well.
No, absolutely brilliant. And what would you say, Aaron, has been your biggest challenge so far while you're having a lockdown?
I don't know about biggest. There have been quite a few little challenges. The initial thought of, I'm not getting any help. I'm not gonna. How am I gonna survive? How am I gonna get out the end of it? But luckily, that went kind of nicely, moved off to the side and made way for other things to happen and for me to actually see the positives out of it. Staying relevant was initially one of the challenges as well. When you're working with less people or you go into less events and you're seeing less people, one of the things I've always liked to talk about and be quite loud about on social media and things like that is the connections that I've got and the connections that I've made. Obviously, when you're posting things on LinkedIn, like I've just been to a fantastic event by MPostcode, and not having that to talk about as much is so wondering what am I going to talk about?
What are you going to talk about?
How can I stay relevant while everyone's panicking?
And I know for a fact that I've met you at not only our events, but I've met you at quite a few other events as well. So you're the type of person who does get out and about, and he does go to a lot of events. And
again, that also itself has been a challenge, and it's not just kind of, oh no, I've got to think of something else to talk about to people and put out there. But it's also, I'm quite an extrovert. I'm someone who's always been an on the go, hate staying in the house 24/7. And dealing with that has been a massive challenge. I've been lucky enough to have a spare room in a house that kind of became available just before lockdown.
Oh, perfect.
That I could kind of take over as an office. Being cooped up now in a tiny little box room has also not helped that, being on the go and being stuck in between four small walls.
Do you do your studio from here as well, or is that a separate place? Is it?
It's a separate place, but I've managed to bring over a lot of the equipment. So a lot of the more transportable equipment and easily movable equipment has been able to be moved over here, and
that's good. So
I can still.
So you're still doing all your kind of stuff. You don't have to leave the house as much.
So it's been really nice. So I can still do some of the some recordings, obviously without external people coming in, and there've been some voiceover things that people have had to listen to my voice instead of a really nice one. But I've been lucky enough to be able to still kind of do what I do as a whole and still do it to quite a good standard, because I've still got some decent equipment.
No, that's really good. That's really good. And going forward, what would you say your biggest plans are, your future plans from when we come out of lockdown? Have you got anything
So
lined up or?
yeah, so it was a couple of days ago. We celebrated, I think, on the same day. I think our birthday is the same as MPostcode's. Buzzin
It
Sounds and
was,
Postcode.
yeah, which
Same
is quite a
birthday,
coincidence, yeah.
twins. Um, so we unveiled kind of a massive rebrand, and
Fantastic.
it's something that over lockdown, while I've been working on some of these community projects together with
Yeah,
some of the local community, it's been a
yeah.
massive project, a personal one that I've taken on,
Okay.
with a lot of great support though from friends in business and things like that. But it's been a massive project, rebranding pretty much from top to bottom,
Excellent.
and making some major changes, some slightly small changes. So the plan is to take off, keep going with the momentum of what that rebrand brought, but
Yeah,
also completely implementing it in person and physically, as well as
yeah,
online.
yeah. Brilliant.
And kind of, so that's my main plan, is just to kind of carry on with the rebrand in person and carry on doing what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent. Well, listen, it's really, really good to hear from you. I mean, shame you can't make it to our next online event, but I'm sure you will cross paths in others, and it'd be great to see you once the proper event gets going again. Yeah, and
yes, and we are well overdue a pint afterwards, or a drink afterwards as well.
yes, we are, we are.
So
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to. In fact, I remember the one in the last one.
Nicola,
Yeah, you stayed over for a drink as well, didn't you, with us? So which was good. Yeah.
yeah,
So
can't say no to a drink with the with
no,
the crew.
no, brilliant. Well, listen, thank you for your time today, Aaron. Stay in touch, and all the best. And I'm sure we'll meet again soon. All right.
Definitely. Nice one,
Okay.
Surinder. I'll speak to you
Take
soon.
care. All right. Bye.